This Val-Con video is powered by GTX server hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.
Now come along and join us at Val-Con.
Hello, welcome to my stream. My name is Dev Rosick, and today once again we're playing Valheim, the survival crafting game from Iron Gate. Well folks, today is the final day of Val-Con 2026. The Val-Con live stream is going to be starting at around 1900 UTC. That's in about 2 hours. But until then, we're going to be doing a little bit of streaming here from Vanillaheim, the Hype Week server that I'm hosting. There's a lot that's been going on over in my Vanillaheim world on the base and a few other places. So let's take a little tour here and see what we've got going on. So during the last sessions, we had built this brand new defensive stone wall, and you can see a lot's happened since then. I built these stairways in each of the four corners to allow easy access to the wall. See, I've got a wonderful view going on. And take a look out there. I planted some trees out on the in the front yard, as it were, of my base, and some of them have come up. There's going to be a group of birch trees because there's a need for more fine wood. I leveled out the ground here in each of the four corners. Decorated the doors a little bit, added some lighting here. And you can see how much more space we've got there. Now, this is where our farming plot was, and that's gone because I was leveling the ground out. We're going to rebuild that today. So it's going to be coming back to here. I put in an entrance in the back, and you saw earlier the one in the front. I've decided not to put new entrances on either side of this compound. I think the back and front entrances are all we need. And back entrance says, there you go, that leads down to the boat dock, which it does. Take a quick peek down there. You can see there's a trail leading down to the dock. We don't actually have an actual dock built. If there's time, we might get to that today. That's some trim on the stairs to make them look better. Let's see, the smelting area has been moved back against the wall. We added a second smelter, so we now have more capacity. Still only one charcoal kiln, though. So I've been working pretty diligently to try and fill up these coal boxes so that we can supply the coal needs of both of these charcoal kilns. I'm sorry, both of the smelters. Put the archery target back up. Got some storage boxes here for overflow of wood and stone if we ever get back to having an overflow of stone. Okay. And otherwise inside here, not a whole lot has changed. I did spend a little time going back into the swamp and exploring another crypt. There is some iron that got mined out of that crypt that we haven't yet brought back here. That's something else we want to do in today's session. And then over here, there's been a number of changes. Remember that small chair we had before? Well, now we've got this throne. It's called a raven throne. And it requires fine wood and iron nails to make. And it has a significant increase in comfort. I also built an armor stand and placed my old set of deer armor on it. And that also adds to comfort. So that our current comfort level is 11, giving us a rested of 18 minutes. It's not bad. There's other enhancements yet to come, but this is about as well as we can do for this point. Let's see. The benches haven't really changed, so we're ready to go. So we're going to do a number of things to do some more finishing work on the base. All this open space here is got this dirt look to it, which is, you know, okay, but I would really like to have something a little bit more finished looking. So I'm going to apply a new terrain cover for this space on the base, and then we're going to rebuild the the garden area back here. Maybe make it a little bit larger. And then we'll see what happens. So, to start with the... hang on, let me do a little equipment swap. I've got my hoe hanging on the wall here over here, and I want to swap that with the stag breaker. We'll take that down again when it's time to go into the swamps. In the meantime, I'm going to grab up... I've been gathering some more stone. It's still a fraction of what we had before. But I'm going to grab up some of the stone. Can I carry 3? I can carry 3. And we'll see what it is I'm planning to do here. So, if you equip the hoe, one of the options that we haven't actually tried yet is the paved road. This requires a stone cutter in range. And what you basically are going to do is you're going to cover the ground with a new terrain cover that looks like a cobbled road. When using this, I strongly encourage you to level the ground first. Applying this to unleveled ground can have some interesting effects. Not necessarily good effects. Oh, hang on a moment. I just want to repair that while I'm here. Okay. It can cause the ground to sort of bubble up in some unplanned ways, but on level ground, this works really well. Let's see what this does. Say, you start placing that down, and it covers everything with this cobbled look, which has a real nice finished look to it. We're just going to go pretty much over the whole area. We'll see what we're going to do back by the farm in a minute. Let's get this going. Repair that while I'm here. Okay. Hopefully we've got enough stone to cover everything, but we'll see. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I can go right to the edge of the building. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit of the way into the farming area, because what I then want to do is put the crops over the top of that and replace it. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll go at least this far. I'll do the edges here out to the doors. And I'll do the edges back here. Oh, found a spot where we're not in range of a stone cutter. Okay. Let's see what we can do there. Okay. All right. This is a terrain that is frequently used by people to make roads because, well, it looks like a paved road. So that's pretty cool. Uh-oh. What was that sound? Sounds like something broke. And again, you know, I've been hearing that sound when I was leveling all the corners out, and I never found any stones that were actually broken. I suspect that it was actually pieces of the interior wall that were completely covered up when the corners were leveled out. So that doesn't actually matter because they're all embedded down into the terrain now. So it won't actually cause any breaks or weakness in the wall. Essentially, if you can't see it, it doesn't matter in this case. That isn't true in every case, but in this case it is. Oh, missed a spot. Okay. Now, one thing I may want to check is see if any of this leaked outside. It may have. Yeah. Those thick walls generally would have prevented that. Okay. No, I think it's going to be fine. Let me take care of these guys. Hello there, sir. Remember to aim down at their feet. Well, or unless he's going to... There we go. There's a patch that kind of became ungrassed. I will need to... I will need to go out there with the cultivator and clean that up. Okay. All right. Oh, missed another spot. Yeah. Okay. We'll see little spots like that around. Now this patch is going to become the farm field, so I don't care about getting it perfectly correct. Turn on some light so I can see what I'm doing. Ah. Okay, that all looks pretty good. Great. All right, let's repair all the gear. And now we want to go grab the cultivator and start working on the farm field. But first, let's get some wood, and we're going to try some tricks. What I'd like to do is put a cleaner border around the farm field. So we're going to do some stuff. Get the cultivator. And you can see while I was working on the wall, I did remove all the turnips from the ground, but I had gone through a couple of cycles, so I now have a substantial number of turnip seeds and quite a few turnips to be planted. So what I want to do is put just a basic wooden border around the farm field, but I want it just sitting like that. First of all, you have to walk over that or something. It just doesn't look right. What I want to do is sink it down into the ground. Now, there's a couple ways to achieve that, but one of the simplest is to use the angled piece. What you do... No, let's use the higher angle. Yeah, that's good. What you do is you stick an angled piece like that, just anywhere, or in the spot you want. Then you get the beam, and you point at this bottom edge. I'm not pointing at the side or trying to snap. I'm not trying to snap it. Instead, I'm using sort of the custom placement. And you just push it down, and watch how it starts to sink down into the ground. There, and I can sink it down pretty far, like that. Right? And then once I've got that sunk in, I can typically snap more into it and make a nice little border along the ground. Just like that. Now, I got to figure out exactly where I'm going to do that. But that angled beam trick is very useful. Let's see. Probably want the farm field to come out right to here. Right. Probably go right as far as that. Yes. So I will put the angled beam in this way. About no. Custom placement. About halfway along and right there. Good. And then I'll remove this piece because I don't want it to snap to that, and take the beam piece here and sink it down to the ground. I don't want it to completely disappear. I just want it to be pretty low down to the ground. Let's see. Yeah, right about there looks good. So now I take this out and I try to see if I put this beam back. Yes, that looks good. It looks like it was meant to be the edge. So now let's see how far I can go with this. And then that will define the area inside of which I will do the crops. I'm going to turn that right there. Is that right? That's about right. Yeah. Maybe I don't want this quite this low down. It's disappearing into the ground here. So there's always some variations in the height of the ground across the space. So I probably want to make this just a wee bit higher. Let's see if I can do this without having to start all over. All right, I pointed this, so it's going to snap. But then that's kind of what I wanted to do. Okay. And then I press the custom placement. You see how that lifts it up just a wee bit? That's kind of higher than I wanted it. All right. All right, we'll start over. It's not that big a deal. I get my angled beam again. And again, I'm going to custom place it about halfway through that. I'll take that out. And then take my beam. And this time I'm not going to sink it quite so far. Maybe there. Yeah, okay. Let's see how this goes. And, okay, that's looking better. Then I gotta figure out where. Yeah, that's probably got. Could go over one more, but yeah, that's fine. So, oops. And I'll turn this. Yeah, it's getting a little underground. That's all right. Oh, I'm out of wood? I'm out of wood. Okay, I don't need much more. Let's see here. Okay, so that has defined my farm field. Now what I want to do is to cultivate the ground inside of it, which will strip away the cobble and the mud and turn it into cultivated ground. I'm going to pick up some of the stone because I may need to repair some of the cobbling around the outside of this. So it kind of does things in circles, which isn't perfect, but we'll make do. I'm going to put this on 6 so that I have both of those available. So 6, cultivate. Yeah, I see. I kind of put the circle right there. Let's see what that does. Yeah. Yeah, that is not where I put the circle. There's a little bit of inaccuracy with this. Okay, well that's not bad. Let's see if I can sustain that. Just try to ease it down here until I get to the end. A little bit in there, okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of like it to be decent. Look how it kind of slopped out of the outside of there. Well, I'll do my best. Yeah. Alright, did I get that corner? Did. And I get all this. Okay. Now, we'll switch to this, do the cobblestone, and see if we can fix some of this without without putting it in the inside, and see whether this one's a little more accurate. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see what I can do with you. Alright. kind of a little bit of a guesswork just how close to get. Point. Not a super fan of that slopping over like that, but it, experience tells me not to try and fix that. It's a tricky business trying to do that. Okay. Okay. Great. We've got our farm field. Let's go prepare everything and get to work planting. I can put that there now, put that back, put the stone away. See, we had plenty of stone. I thought we were going to use a lot more than that, but nope. Great. So we're working on turnips, so I'm going to pick up both the turnips and the seeds. Probably this next go round we'll be able to use some of the turnips in cooking. That's real soon now. All right. Choose 7. Let me zoom in a bit. And I'm going to choose... well, first I'll do the seed plants. Remember to walk, and here we go. You can see I can get very close to the edge of this because it's just this low wood beam down in the ground. And it gives me a much cleaner edge to everything. And an edge that low, I can just walk directly across it. Doesn't trip me up or anything. Okay. So that's all of the turnips as seeds. So let's plant the seeds as turnips right about here. See how many we can get down. At some point we may go out and talk to the neighbors about their noise. Very disturbing. Oops. Ran out of stamina. Six more. I squeeze this over a bit. There should be just room to get another row in. Yep. Okay. So now you see we've got a very neat and tidy farm field. It's got some distance from the wall, and the wall itself is thick, so the chance of somebody from the outside doing damage to it is minimized. Right. That cultivator put away. Not that one. No. Yes. Let that grow up, and we'll have a decent turnip crop. We can start making some turnip-based foods, because I'm definitely eager to do that. Let's see if there are any better foods that we can make right now. Okay. So the new foods we're looking for are sausages, black soup, and turnip stew. Well, black soup and turnip stew both takes turnips, but sausages just require entrails, boar meat, and thistle. I think we have all those. I've done some rearranging here, spread out, given 2 columns to meats. So here we are. These are the entrails. There's some of the boar meat. Take some of that. And the thistle is way down here. Because I really spread the vegetables out. So, you know, vegetables, berries, and crops. And this will also be crops. And honey and spices, herbs, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this will allow us to make sausages. And remember, we're going to be making 4 at a time, so these will pile up pretty quick. Let's try that. Cool, we got a new food. All right, this one's 55 health and 18 stamina. This one is 45 health. This one is 40 health. So if we're going to stick with our 2 health and 1 stamina food model, which I generally do, I'm going to put this one in the number 1 position. The deer stew will move up to the number 2 position, at least until we can get black soup going, and then that will take over number 2. And then when we get the turnip stew, we'll put that in place of the carrot soup. So let's keep making some more sausages. Like to get as much as we can. It looks like the limiting factor here is going to be the entrails, because we're using those 4 at a time. They're going pretty quick. Okay, didn't do too bad. We got 2.5 stacks of that stuff. So we're gonna need to make some room, I think. We're not gonna be using that anymore, or that, or that. Honestly, let's put this as a backup food. Let's move this into the number 2 position, and that will take over the number 1 position. That's looking good. Okay, we gotta find a place to put some old food. Right. We need to keep gathering boar meat because we have a couple things that's still needed. Oops, it's way over here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So we have a brand new food. Let's refill everything else. And the arrows. And I don't need to have that bright light on. Thank you. Alrighty. We're stepping up here. Everything's flashing, so let's switch our foods. Let's see. Yeah, that works good. See how high our health is going to go now. 134. Should be one more tick. 140. Not bad. Our base is looking pretty good. Are these guys done? They are. What do we got here? More poison resistance meat. Oh, and look, medium healing meat. Well, oh, here. Poison resistance meat is remains a good choice. The medium healing mead is going to restore 75 health over the course of 2 minutes, where the previous minor was 50 health over the course of 2 minutes. So about a 50% increase. I'll maybe take... I'll take a few of those. I do it this way. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Here. Think of... Yep. Just a mental picture of how that's going to work. Great. Okay. Now, let's take a look and see whether we can upgrade any of our gear. We still need workbench 5 for all these guys, or they're already maxed out. And here, upgrades. I did already upgrade the bronze mace and the bronze pickaxe to level 4, which is as high as they go. I used up all of our copper in doing that. We're out of copper. We need to go get some more. And you can see we still only have 3 pieces of iron, in part because we made stone cutters at all the corners of this place. So, you know, with more copper, we could upgrade the bronze axe, or we could get the materials to make an iron axe, wherever it is. There it is, iron axe. That's going to take a lot of iron, though. So let's equip that and step through here to the crypt and see what we've got waiting. Okay, this crypt only yielded 50 iron. That's a little below par as far as I'm concerned. Anything really below 65 is kind of low. But crypts are highly variable. I've even found crypts that contain no iron at all, and some that contained well over 100 pieces. So you never quite know. Now, what we have done here, oops, my death markers are showing. So this was the original crypt here that we had exploited, the one where we had so much trouble with that archer. This was the new one, and I didn't show most of this on stream because it was a kind of a dinky crypt and not that interesting. But now we're looking for the next one. So let's look around and see what we can see. Okay. There's a green light over that way. And the green lights, the green torches there, right there, that usually means it's either a crypt or there's a couple of other structures that could have the green torches on them. The thing is, that sure looks like a crypt, but it only shows 1 torch. So, oh wait, you see here? You see the materials blinking there? Something's been broken. I suspect the second torch on that crypt was broken, so that's probably our next best bet. It's very hard to see, but right where I'm pointing the reticule, that's another crypt over that way. And that's got to be pretty close, maybe to the shore, somewhere over here. So that's a good direction to go. Where else do we have? You see that orange flame peeking through the trees? That is a surtling plume. It's a spawner that produces surtlings, and it will continue to produce surtlings forever. You can manipulate those to generate a large amount of coal. This is the crypt we did previously. You can see that my arrow is pointing down toward it. So that was our first crypt. That one's all cleaned out. Let's see. You don't get fooled by the guck trees. They have a slightly different greenish tone than the green torches do, so you can learn to ignore them. Let's just take a peek over here. Oh, okay. There's another crypt right there. Okay. Whoa, no, I don't want to go there yet. Just get off of it. There we go. Okay, so right there, there's one. That's probably the closest one. Yeah, there's the surtling plume. Okay. Okay, so we've got some pretty good supplies around here. I can see that the gate on that one is definitely closed. All right. All right, cool. So what I could do, I can approach this a couple of ways. I can leave this here, bring through enough wood to make a new chest and so forth, and just leave it in the chests on top of all the crypts until we're ready to take it out by boat. Or we can keep moving the iron forward to each place we go so that it's all together in one place. I usually do the second of those. I usually keep moving it forward. Takes a few trips back and forth. Let me go get a bit of wood so that we can get everything set up on that other crypt. And usually what you want is 12 pieces of wood, 10 for the chest, and 14 pieces of wood, 10 for the chest, and 2 each for the little stair steps in the back. Okay. Remember the name, dr_crypt. Ooh, I see a skeleton down there. I see 2 skeletons down there. Well. Hello, boys. See what you think about fire arrows. You don't like those at all, do you? Yeah, this is one of those tricky downward shots. He's moving. Got him! Fortunately, the swamp is so wet. Ooh. Is that a Draugr over there? No. Alright. So let's head over to this other crypt. I'm gonna choose the mace. Be ready. I still definitely want to find more of the leeches, because I need more of their blood bags. Oh, here he comes. Should be badly hurt. Yeah, that was it's pretty easy. Alright, being cautious here. Oh, there's a leech over here. Let's go get it. Carefully. Oh, wait. Would help if I had poison protection, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's definitely crypt. Oh, wait. There's a portal on that. Somebody's been there. Okay. So that one might be empty. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Oh, this one. We're using that now in our food, so we need to collect it. What? Oh, goodness. I forgot my swamp key. First of all, let's get rid of that. Ooh, there's a body pile over here. Okay, this is a bit dangerous. Let's get up on top of the crypt if we can. Aha! Alright, so these are common in the swamp. Usually you'll have, each one of these will have 2 body piles. You can't, it's a little hard to see, but there's a second body pile that's behind that center rock. And then an evil bone pile. So it will spawn both Draugr from here and here, and skeletons. And look, right over there, there's another one. So you can rush over and try to attack these, or you can just shoot them and wipe those body piles out. There, it's taking some damage. Okay. A little bit more. Right, that one's destroyed. That one went down much more easily. That second body pile, let's see if I can get an angle on it. Much trickier shot. I'm going to have to just skim this stone. There we go. Oh, there's a chest there in the middle. I'm not sure if I'm hitting that thing. No. Too high. There, I hit it. Yeah, hit it again. Nope. Yeah, there's some variability in your shots, even if you're holding on the same aiming spot. I think I hit it again. Nope, still there. Oh, come on, a little higher. That's got it. Okay. Great. Let's get our stuff down here. The workbench. Put the portal. Storage box. And then down here, to help with some light, we're going to put these stair steps here, just like there, and oh, there. Okay. I am going to step over here, though. Put my proper armor on. take a look at this chest. There can be useful things in these chests, including money, ooh, poison arrows, and sometimes chains. Sure like to find some more chains. Yeah. Oh, now you can get a better look at that Surtling plume over there. Yeah, it's just this eruption of fire out of the ground. Yep, there's that other body pile. We can take that out later. It's not close enough to be a concern. Oh, there's another one of those towers. It has some torches on it, but they're much higher up. That's how you can tell it's definitely not a crypt. Ooh, thistle. I'll take that. We'll also have to do a trip to the swamp here where we do nothing but cut the ancient bark. Okay. Let's step through here. Oh, I didn't tag it. Okay. Oops. Money. Some new arrows. I'll stick those up there because that's a status type arrow. Uh-huh. Get my rested state re-upped. Okay. Let's go. Oh, almost forgot it again. Need that. Night's coming on. And when you're in the swamp at night, make sure you keep your eyes open up above you. There's some dangerous, very dangerous flying creatures that can come in. And they're very, very quiet. So be wary. I'm going to put the swamp key away. I don't like carrying it in there. It's giving up a slot, for one thing. And if you lose it, well, not that easy to get another one. Everything looks okay. All right. Always got to be wary. Okay, it's closed off there. There's there's an archer in there. And then there's an opening straight ahead. This could be tricky. All right, I'm going to switch to this and see what I can do with the archer. Got it. The archer on fire. Oh, there's a second archer. All right. Stupid blob, get off my head. Okay. There. Okay. That was a bit sloppy. Ooh. Okay, well, okay. Now let's see what's going down this centerpiece. Anything down here? Okay. Sometimes you'll hit one of these and then you swim under it and go through, and there will be creatures on the inside. Oh. Nope, not an archer, so. Ah! Bad timing. Come on. There we go. And then the blob. Okay, got that ember. Great, that was fun. Okay. Now we're going to go back and start with the left-hand wall, as we usually do. First we'll hit this. Nice. Any treasures? Sometimes there's treasures in those little alcoves. Oh, there's coins here. Check the corners. Okay. Let's start in on the scrap pile. Yeah. We've already got 10 iron out of that chest. Quite often, the by far the largest amounts of iron that you get come out of those chests. Did I bring the stag breaker? I didn't. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go back and get that. Probably don't need it here, though. This is just one of those tumbles of stone type of things. Okay. This one, on the other hand, this one's going to be open to the other side. So I definitely want the stag breaker here. Okay. Don't really want the scraps or the bones at this point. Yep. Take this back. Put that there. There we go. Hold on just a minute, please. Sorry about that. Yeah, nighttime in the swamps. Keep your eyes open in the sky. Wait. No. What I'm looking for is a blue glow, and I don't see one, so... Here we go. Okay. Get that stag breaker out and... Oh, that hurt. Somebody didn't like that. See that flash of purple? That was the somebody dissolving into their drops. Listen. Yep, I think it's got him. Don't want the withered bone. Oh, that's nice. 18. Yeah. That's good. Leave the bone behind. Okay. Don't think I can reach that bit. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's completed a section. For my tradition, I always go outside and empty material. Difficult to reach that. Oh, come on. Right. In fact, here, let me put this up here. Don't really need to carry it at all. Did I mark this this crypt on the map? I didn't. You should always mark your crypts. In case you need to be able to find it. No, we were done with this branch. In case you need to be able to find it after moving away from it. Okay. Oh. Interesting. That's some decent ancient bark. Ooh, here we go. Coins, a second ruby. Actually 3 in total. Okay. I can't tell if this has got an opening to the other side. No, I think this is one of these alcoves. Well, let's give it a whack. Yeah, I don't think there's anything there but an alcove. Oh, there's something here. Okay. And this is a tumble of stones. Okay. Anything junky? Nope. And only 2 iron and all that stuff. Wow. That was a disappointing path. In which case, let's just continue on. Sounds like there's somebody on the other side of this one. Just this way. Yep, somebody back there. We're getting close enough to them. Let's dig in a little ways and see how we can do. Okay. There's somebody back there? I think there might be. Let's see. Okay. I'm hearing the sounds in my right ear. Don't seem to be in the immediate next room. Let's break that open, find out if we're right. Okay. Ah, these rooms are often very rich in treasure, but maybe not this time. As a Vegvis here, though, for bone mass. We've already found this bone mass location. Yep, up to our north. Great. Bones. We don't want bones. Sometimes there's treasure underneath those. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'll take that. Yeah, actually kind of disappointing. Usually these sort of treasure alcove rooms are very good, but not that one. Okay. Definitely somebody in here. Oh yeah, somebody didn't like that. Oh, several somebodies didn't like that. Listen. Yeah, somebody's still jumping around somewhere. Again, I'm hearing this to my right, so might be in the next room. Take another quick look. Yep, there was somebody in here. Okay. Ow. This guy is hit hard. Okay. Draugr trophy. Oh, yeah, here, let me get rid of some junk. And actually, I don't want the Draugr trophy either. Alright. Alright. Ooze. Oh, a little bit of scrap pile. Believe me, you go after every little tiny bit of that, because you never know where the iron might be. Uh-huh. Take all this. Oh. Can't take the chain, eh? To be honest, I'd rather have the chain than the iron arrows. Yep. I need to re-up my poison resistance. We have here amber, coin. Yeah, nice stuff. What? We're full on amber? Oh yeah. I'll give up the ooze in favor of the amber. Yes. Okay. 2, 4. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Equip. All right. Is there coins underneath there? No. There's treasure here. Oh yes, look at that. Ah, I'm carrying too much. Okay. So, let's take away a bunch of that. Okay, gonna have to come back here. Yep, so far this crypt is turning out pretty good. I could re-up my rested state. Yeah, this is already more than the last crypt, and I'm definitely not done yet. You know, I said I was going to bring all the iron over from the previous crypt. Never did it, did I? Well, it was silly. Look at all the folks on the server here. I love it. Time for food? Yes, it is. So, before I forget again, let's go back and get the iron from that previous script. Bring it forward. And that was to our south. Keep your eyes open. And your ears. I really often think that sound is a better guide to what you're about to face in Valheim than visuals are. You can normally hear most of the creatures that you're facing before you see them. Hearing that skeleton over there, I don't see him. Okay. See how much of this I can carry. Nope. Can I carry that much? Well, it doesn't really matter. It's 2 trips no matter what. Ah, there's the skeleton. Hello. Okay. Okay. Keep hearing that sounds of water splashing. It doesn't mean that there's a leech over there. I think they just put in those sounds to add to the ambiance and get you worried. It works. All right. Okay. Let's get back inside and continue. Well, we were down the middle, right? I think. Or am I forgetting? I'm forgetting. We were down the right-hand side. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, this is where we were. Oh, I can pick these back up again now. And all of that. Okay. So now, let's go through here. Sounds like a blob. Yep, that's a blob. Alright. Next. I don't think this goes through. Nope. Alcove or stone pile? Stone pile. Okay. See if anybody's home. Oh yeah. Wait till they walk closer and wham! Somebody died. Listen. Okay. There's somebody in there again. Oh, I can see him. Okay. Open door. Don't worry about that. Caring too much. Really? Okay. Can I get one more piece? Yes. Any other treasures? Let me quickly check through here. Okay, oh, that door's open too. Open doors make me nervous. Back we go. Uh, how we do? Look at that. Now we're up to, was that 120, 136 pieces of iron. Still not enough. Actually going to have a challenge getting that out because our boat will not hold that much. It only has 4 inventory slots, which is why, why we need to get a better boat. But that's also something we need iron for, so it's kind of circular. Yep, I'll do that. We doing on arrows? We could refill a little bit. Food, we're fine. Rested state, we have none. Okay. Reminder once again, in less than an hour, we're going to start the final live stream of Val-Con 2026. Tune in on the Val-Con YouTube or Twitch channels. If you're unable to watch the streams live, they're available as VODs on the YouTube channel and will be for a long time. As far as the servers go, they're open now and they will remain open certainly through the end of today and probably for some days thereafter. But really, if you want the best chance to get in and see the showcase server, I would do it today. Go to the website val-con.org and follow the link to get a ticket to see the server. Those tickets are free. As far as the Hype Week servers, each Hype Week server is independently hosted by the server's manager, and they are making their own decisions. Many of those are existing public servers, which will presumably continue to operate as long as they want to keep them going. My own server, Vanillaheim, the decision hasn't been made yet. We may keep it open, or we might not. It will depend on several factors, not all of which are within our control. So, check it out. I think I can be certain that Vanillaheim will remain open for the next couple of days, but beyond that, we're not entirely sure. So, check it out now. Go to val-con.org, join the Discord, and follow the information to get to the server's login. Okay. Back we go. I don't know if we're going to quite finish this crypt here before the end of the stream. I would kind of like to get some of that iron back here. We may just take a batch and get it in the boat. Maybe enough that we can get a bigger boat built and come back and get the rest. That might be the best way to do it. Always keeping your eyes open. Remember the skies when it's at night. Not seeing it. Oh. Ah, that's the moon reflecting off the water. That could freak you out a little bit. Okay. I think it's this way we want to go, right? Ah, yeah. Okay, I am going to go through here and clear all the open spaces because I do not like having creatures appearing on my back. Alright, that doesn't go anywhere. And what's in here? Oh, look at that. More stuff. Uh-huh. Treasures are often in the corners, so always check all the corners. Alright. Okay. So this would be the next one we dig through. I will leave that for the moment. I'm going to head on out, and we're going to see if we can't get some of this iron back home. We need 100 iron nails for the next boat. And iron nails are made at 10 per bar. And that's different from copper, which are 20 per bar. So, yeah, I mean, we can easily take a stack or two of this, bring it back to the base and make the larger boat, the longship. The longship has 18 inventory slots, which means we could take all of that metal, the ore, I mean, back here, and that would be great. Super. So, oh, the boat is down in the dock. Oh, look at that. That's coming along. Looking good. Looking good. You know what? Let's see how our trees are doing. We might need some more fine wood. Look at this. All our trees have come up, including an oak tree. That's nice. Yeah. Go down there and cut all that down, all those trees down. Uh-huh. Let's see how much fine wood we actually have now. We have enough. We have enough to make the boat. We need 40 fine wood. We need 40 ancient bark. We have that. We need 10 deer hide. We have that. And then we need 100 iron nails, and we don't have that yet. So, boat. Okay, let's take our boat. So, how do we want to do this? We want to do it the way we did last time, taking it over to where the gather portal is located. Let's see. Yeah, so we could bring it over here to gather. Have to dodge, I think there's like trolls and bears along the way. We could run through to the edge of the swamp here and take our chances. I think for this trip, we are once again going to bring that iron down to gather. We don't need to bring everything. We just need to bring, let's see. Okay. So, 3 iron weighs 36 pounds. We need at least 7 iron. And realistically, I want to bring a full 10 iron. So that's 120 pounds. We're at 218. So that's 338. We can easily do that, which means we could actually bring more than 10. Or better yet, we can hop through the gather portal now, put the boat in the water, and free up all that weight to carry more iron. And do it in one trip. No one seems to be around here at the moment. I spoke too soon. Hello. Oop. All right. Let's get this boat in the water. Okay, facing that way. Make sure it's repaired. Yep. And then now let's see how much of this iron we can carry without being overloaded. We can carry a whole stack? We can. Can we carry that? Sure. There you go. 34 pieces of iron. That's not bad. Let's see here. Basically just need to head south. Keep one's eyes open to the sky. And start to go. You know, there is yet another creature we have... Oh, shoot. We have yet to meet in the swamp. One I would definitely like to meet. Get out of the water, you fool. I've not seen it in this swamp yet. Hopefully we will at some point see that. That would be nice. I am keeping my eyes open for it. Believe me, you'll know it when you see it, because it's big and rather startling. And strangely shaped. And it's a heck of a fight to take one of those things down. So, keeping my eyes open for it. Oh, there's a blob. Alright. Ooh, poison. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Mr. Blob. Yeah, somebody took this thing down. Am I going the right way? Easy to get turned around at night. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this off. Because it does hinder my vision, but it also improves other kinds of vision. Such as my ability to see faint light. Oh, I didn't get the blood bag over here, did I? Yeah. Ah, good. It's almost daytime. Doesn't mean we're free of trouble. As I recall, it's better to keep over here by the coast. I'll take that. Eyes open. Okay. Oops. Landed in the water. Ah. He's got a star. Oh, he's an archer. Just kind of dodge when he's about to fire. Then you can mostly avoid him. That doesn't help. Okay, I got him. Get ganked by somebody behind you. I'd like to get those entrails. He had a star. He'll drop 2. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's very different from meeting that guy down in a crypt. I know I said in the previous stream that I actually think it's easier to handle them in the crypt, and generally that's true, but obviously that was an exceptional circumstance. Okay. Now there are potentially bears and or trolls back here. I think there's a bear right up in there somewhere, unless somebody's taking it out. Okay. So we'll stay down here. Alright. Switch to the claws for better movement. I think there's a troll down this way. Is he still here? Don't know. Not picking up carrot seeds anymore. Not even planting carrot seeds at the moment. By the way, just because you think you're moving beyond a certain ingredient like carrots, don't get rid of your... Oh, I don't need wood. Don't get rid of your supply of carrot seeds. You will need them again later. Those ingredients come round in later recipes. Oh. Be wary of that. Okay. I'm going to have to jump it because the ladder is on the other side. Okay. And here we go. Is the wind behind us? Of course not. Eat some food. Okay. Get the sailing music going. Look at the fish jumping out of the water there. They will jump into your boat, and you can sometimes catch them that way. It's not easy. When they're actually in the boat, they're very difficult to grab. But they'll do it. The big blue fish called the trollfish seems to be especially eager to jump into your boat. Just gonna slide over here and see if I can take care of a little bit of the map fog. I don't remember what that orange fish is. Oh, and you see that one that's kind of round and pale white and spiky? That's a puffer fish. They're poisonous. They're kind of fun. You can do some interesting things with them. Just keep it in a box or keep it in your inventory. If it's out in the world, it spews poison. An orange one, is that the grouper maybe? Not sure. not big on the fishing. Tend to prefer other creatures for foods. I do, however, like going after the sea serpents because they are such excellent food and fun to catch too. Okay. Okay. Get rid of that little blob. Turn south. Ooh, rain. Now is this ocean rain? We could see a sea serpent if it's raining in the ocean. This isn't really the best boat for catching a serpent, but it can be done. Much better with the longship. Let's see. No. We get it back in the ocean. Whoa, okay. Get some speed on now, actually. Here we go. That's right, we're gonna eventually want to go there. For the moment, let's get back in the middle of this channel. Okay. Carve is not the easiest boat to steer in the best of circumstances, but during a storm it can wallow around quite a bit. Keeping my eyes open, even behind me. The serpent has a red ridge on its back and has glowing eyes. Pretty distinctive. Jeez, boat's going to be half broken before we even get there. That's even worse for fighting the serpent because if she comes up and bites the boat, well, that's not great. Kind of don't want to see one just now. Not ready to cook it in the first place, and this is not really the best opportunity to catch one, especially if I'm carrying all of this stuff in my inventory. Alright, we're heading to right about there. So, we're pretty close. Yeah. We'll keep taking damage like this. It is not good. Okay. I'm gonna go outside this island and then turn. We're in the Black Forest, so serpents will not spawn in anywhere but the ocean. Okay, here we go. Now we're looking for our dock by the burial chamber. Where is it? Slow down. Oh, that's not there anymore. Yes, it's over beyond those rocks. Okay, a little bit further out. Okay. Storage is empty. Mustn't forget to come out here and break down the boat. But let's get the iron smelting. Now we have 2 smelters. We can double our smelting rate. That leaves us with what? I can put 4 in here and 10 in there for the next batch. Okay. Food. Yep. Let's grab what iron we do have here. Start making more nails. Okay. So we have not quite 40. Get there. Almost. Let's go get that other boat out of the water. Inventory is empty. I have capacity and slots. Stand by the mast. Chop away. Got it all. Gonna put it here. No, I'm going to put it here in the box. Okay. Right. One more batch of nails is enough to make the boat. I try not to make too many nails because you can't unmake them. And it's always possible to make more later. So let's get 100 nails. We want 40 fine wood. Right. We want 40 ancient bark. And we want 10 deer hide. And what can we make with that? The long ship. Well, we can't make it in here, but you can see that's what it looks like. It's a much bigger boat, much stronger, and a hugely increased storage capacity. Maybe get that long ship in the water out here carefully. Gotta pick my spot. Go maybe there. Ugh. Well, wasn't perfect, but it'll have to do. There, look how much bigger that is. Boy, we really need to build a real dock. But look at all this. I had 4 slots in the carve, and now I've got 18. Yes. That'll carry some stuff. And I think I mentioned before that weight doesn't actually matter in a boat. What matters is the number of slots. So I can put any amount of weight in those 18 slots, and the boat will sail just fine. Okay. Actually, I'm probably going to want to pick up that boat. How much more we got there? Almost done. Okay. Okay. We're getting some decent iron quantities here. So now what we can do is take this boat and sail it up the coast from Gather. I'm gonna chop it down here. Now, a long ship requires, I believe it's 220 weight, something like that, and also 4 slots. So I have plenty of weight capacity, and it's going to take a lot longer to chop it down because it's a lot tougher. I think its durability is something like 1,000 points, whereas the carve, it's, I believe, 400. Yeah. Later on, when I get a stronger axe, this will go faster, but for the moment, this could take a while. Hey, did I get it? Yep. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. $80 is 160, 170. Yeah, 220. So I'm going to go over here, put this in here like so. Great. Eat some food. Okay, well, sailing of that ship is very different than the carve. It's slower to turn, but it feels a lot more controllable. It also sails quite a bit faster. And as I already showed you, it holds a lot more inventory. So in almost every way, the long ship's a better choice, unless you're having to maneuver through very tight turns around rocks or narrow channels or very shallow water. In that case, the carve is a little bit better. This is probably where I'm going to leave you for today. The Val-Con stream is coming up, and I'm going to step over and watch that. I encourage you to do that. You can find that over on the Val-Con YouTube channel or the Val-Con Twitch channel. And be sure to go to val-con.org, our website, to learn more, to check out our merchandise shop. We are supported entirely by donations, and your donations will help us bring an even larger convention into being next year, and we would definitely appreciate that. And some of that merch is really great stuff. I am currently wearing one of the Val-Con t-shirts myself. Well, you can't see that, but yeah, I really like it. It's a good design. Anyway, thank you for joining the stream. Hopefully, I will see you on the next one. And Val-Con 2026. Yeah.
This Val-Con video is powered by GTX server hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.